The 51, the Junkyard Dog, Randy Fraley. The 28, Craig Dobson. The 85B, Tully Braden. The 14, James Little. The 53D, Gary Dilbeck. And then that all-black car, the unmarked machine, is driven by Jacoby Fraley. And the call is we have a car off the end over there of turns 1 and 2 that is stalled on pit road over there. So the Allen's Quick Lube Wrecker will go check that out. And the caution lights will stay out. But again, 360 modifieds, 20-lap A feature on the Highbanks. And it will be a shootout with Kendall Schultz in the 77 and Randy Goins in the 61R making up the front row. Your second row will be the 38F J.D. Jackson, the 34D at John Montgomery. Third row. Again, he's won 8A features here at the Highbanks in the 360 modifieds this season. It's the 4, Brandon Wilson. Then we have the 13 at Jonathan Byer, who's been to victory lane twice. Then we have the 56, Jerry Wagner, who had a very strong heat race here earlier tonight. Then we have the 92 of Mike Northrup, another heat race winner here earlier on tonight. Then we have the 63, Keith Bam Bam Campbell. The 5 of Justin Shoemaker, the current points leader in the 360 modified division. Then he's looking for 3 in a row here tonight. It's the Junkyard Dog, Randy Fraley in the 51. Then we have the 28 of Craig Dobson. First time to the Highbanks this season. Has the diamond move figured out, and that number 28, we'll see what he has for him. It's Craig Dobson. Then we have the 14, James Little. The 85B, Tully Braden. The unmarked machine driven by Jacoby Fraley. And the 53D, Gary Dilbeck. Lights are out. Kendall Schultz in the 77. Randy Goins in the 61R. When they get to turn number 4, we will look to turn them loose. 20 laps, 360 modified A feature. They pick up the pace. Jumpin' Joe looks him over. Green flag is in the air. And Kendall Schultz leads him down the front straightaway. The 38F J.D. Jackson runs in second, but the 61R Randy Goins tries to get her on the outside. The race for second now heating up between the 4, Brandon Wilson down on the inside line as things get all kinds of stacked up in the back. A lot of beating and banging throughout the field. Kendall Schultz still leading him around, but Brandon Wilson looks strong out in front in the number 4. So does Wilson going to try to slide up now in front of the 38F of J.D. Jackson, unable to get by. He will be able to get by as he closes in on the 77 of Kendall Schultz. Wilson on the inside, Schultz on the outside. Schultz able to hold him on the as he's challenging Jonathan Byer for that 5th place spot. Fraley on the inside, Byer on the outside as they close in on the 61R of Randy Goins. Brandon Wilson will slide up in front of the 77 of Kendall Schultz. So right now the top 5 is the 4 Brandon Wilson tie race for second with J.D. Jackson and Kendall Schultz. Jackson will take second away. Schultz third, 4th is Fraley, and 5th is Byer. Byer will try to take it to the inside of Fraley as Fraley takes it to the wall. And Fraley will have to settle for 5th. Jonathan Byer now looking to the inside of the 38F of J.D. Jackson as Wilson just making laps out in front of that number 4, but Byer will get by Jackson now. Jackson still on the inside, that 38F, Fraley on the outside, the 51, and Mike Northrup's around in between turns 3 and 4 to bring out the first caution flag in this 3. And Mike Northrup in the 92 round out the field as the caution lights go out. The 4 of Brandon Wilson will set the pace in this Texas restart out on point with Jackson and Byer on the second row. When they get to turn number 4, we will be looking for the green flag. Wilson up on the outside as Jackson down on the inside. Wilson gets a good run there. And Byer will take second away. Randy Fraley glued to that inside line as he tries to get underneath the 38F of J.D. Jackson. He won't be able to do it this time by. Now Randy Fraley going to take it to the outside of Jackson. Fraley gets the run. But Fraley going to take it to the outside, trying to reel in Byer as Wilson leads another lap this time by. turn number 4. Over the inside, gets a good run. Jonathan Byer and Randy Fraley battle it out for second. Wilson and like all that racing back there. Those two are Byer still on the inside, Fraley on the outside. They're wheel to wheel once again for second. Back in fourth is still the 56 of Jerry Wagner, and then the 38 of Jerry Jones. As Frankie frees himself from the 13 and Jonathan Byer, he will now try to make it number 4 by Brandon Wilson. So the jump mark on the line as he tries to win number 4, Brandon Wilson. Fraley takes it in the turn for the trying to make up some real estate. As you see the file out in front with the 4 Wilson lead, followed by Fraley, Byer, Wagner, and Jackson. Just outside the top 5 is Craig Dobson in the 28 and Keith Campbell in the 63. We close it in fast now at the 51. Randy Fraley trying to win Brandon Wilson. And we've got an incident over in turns 3 and 4. Jacoby Fraley, John Montgomery. Yellow flag in the air. So Wilson leads him around. Green flag is in the air. Something wrong with the 51 of Randy Fraley. He breaks, he will have to take it to the pits as the caution lights come on again. Something broke on the number. We'll tag to the back of this one. Again, set for 8 more laps of 360 modified action here tonight. Wilson going to bring him around in this single file restart. Jumpin' Joe going to look the field over. Green flag waves. Wilson leads him down the front straightaway. Byer going to take it to the inside, the 13. Craig Dobson on the move in the 28. Dobson looks to the inside. We see the yellow flag. Caution lights are on. To make it number 9 for the 2012 racing season. So the 4, Brandon Wilson looking to take the green flag. It waves, start looks good this time. Wilson leads him down the front straightaway. Jonathan Byers, 13, takes it to the inside. Craig Dobson still trying to charge as well. He still sits back in 5th as J.D. Jackson gets back by him for 4th. Dobson not giving up down on the inside line as he still battles with the 38F of J.D. Jackson. Jerry Wagner running the high line in the number 56, trying to get around the 13 and Jonathan Byer will slide up to take his line away. Jackson or Wagner going to stand on it hard up on that outside line, trying to get a run off of turn number 4. He will be able to do it. Won't be enough to be able to get by the 13 and Jonathan Byer. Wagner still sticking to the high line, gets a good run this time off the turn 2. He's with the 13 and Jonathan Byer in a race for second. So Jerry Wagner trying to make something happen in the TRE5 bone chassis number 56 as Jonathan Byer edges by him once again, this time by. That is the race for second as Wilson continues to move out in front in the Henrietta Ford used chassis number 4. Byer and Wagner still duking out back there for second. Wagner able to get the advantage this time as Jonathan Byer tucks it back in behind the 56. Now he will dive it back to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Trying to make something happen down on the inside. 13 of Jonathan Byer. In second, in the TRE by Bone Chassis, number 56, it was Jerry Wagner. But there he is in turns 3 and 4 again, back on top this Saturday night. It's his 9th A feature win of the 2012 racing season in the Henrietta Ford Hughes Chassis, number 4, Brandon Wilson.